Hello and welcome to the Abloomnova channel. We've been working our way through the skincare routine for the last couple of videos, and I've cleansed and toned my face. I removed my eye makeup, and now we're moving on to the face moisturiser and the eye moisturiser. So it may take you 30 seconds more to apply correctly, but it's important to apply your moisturiser correctly.
It is. I mean, the moisturiser is going to be the thing that stays on your skin the longest. It's the one that does all the hard work. So important to give it a bit of time and use it correctly.
Brilliant. So I will be using a moisturiser for an oily skin type, because I do have an oily skin type, which has actually got better ever since I started using the cream regularly. So what should I do?
I would actually go for the eye cream first.
Okay, right.
So eye cream is very important no matter what your skin type, no matter what your age. The skin texture is very different around the eye area than the rest of the face. You should never use your normal moisturiser around the eye area. The skin is too thin, it will absorb too much product. You can actually age the skin or get really puffy eyes quicker, which nobody wants.
Of course, you're trying to reduce the years.
Absolutely, yes.
Not pile them on.
Yes.
Right, so do I put it on my fingers?
Less is more with eye cream. Do not overload the eye area, otherwise you're having the same problem again. So a small amount on the third finger.
Okay,
The third finger, very important, the third finger. It is the lightest touch of all your fingers. So again, that's enough.
Yeah.
So about the size of a grain of rice. So you pat your fingers together, the two third fingers, and you pat very gently just around the bony area.
Okay, so the very, very outside.
Just where the sort of the socket is.
So here.
So just there, all around. Again, you don't want to go too close onto the flesh areas, and don't apply it directly onto the eyelid. Enough of the product will work its way in without you overloading that delicate skin.
So it's not sort of pushing it right up to the corners?
No, you can, again, in the morning. If some people do wake up with puffy eyes in the morning, you can just do a little bit of tapping, which will just alleviate any puffiness.
Yeah.
And again, by tapping it in, you're getting the product into the skin without dragging the eye area, because again, we don't want to drag the eye area because it's very delicate, and we don't want to age it any quicker than it will already.
Of course. And ice cubes. If you puffy eyes with
anything, ice cubes. A lot of people keep cold spoons in the fridge. Just pop some cold spoons on there if you do wake up with puffy eyes.
Bit of a DIY trick.
It is, yeah. Chamomile tea bags is another good one.
Really?
So if you have chamomile tea, once you've used them, put them in a little cellophane bag, keep them in the fridge, pop them on in the morning, or if dark circles, or
So just tapping it around sort of the bone area, once it sort of feels absorbed.
That's it. That's all done.
I'm done.
Yeah. Then you can go on to your moisturiser.
Okay, brilliant. Actually, I didn't, like you said, you don't need a lot.
You don't need a lot. No.
It works all around.
Yeah. A lot of people they think if my eyes are aging, if I slap a load of cream on, then it's better.
I think that goes for moisturiser as well. Just slap layers and layers of moisturiser on.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. No, your skin will only absorb so much. Any more is just waste.
Oh, and well, again, so you're just getting really expensive tissues after wiping it.
Especially when you go to bed. You don't want to spend a lot on a moisturiser for it to end up on the pillow.
True.
So you want it to be in the skin. And
night creams are more expensive usually, so leaving it on the pillow is really not what you want.
Definitely not, no. I actually had a client in once that thought it was really good to use really expensive eye cream and lots of it. And she started getting these big white lumps round her eye, and they ended up having to cut them out. Which when they cut it was pure eye cream, because she just used too much. So
your skin just doesn't know where to put it. So
it would just
Oh dear.
So less is more.
Less is more. Brilliant. Okay. So face cream.
Face cream.
This usually does come with a seal, but we removed that just so it goes quicker.
Yes.
Right. So
again, a relatively small amount. People's skins are different, so you'll get to know how much if your skin you'll need, and if your skin feels kind of very, very oily after you've used it, then you're probably using a bit too much. So start off with a little bit. You can always go back and apply more, but you don't want to be taking it off and again wasting it.
Yeah, so that would be again wasting it, which is not what you want when you.
So I'd start with about the size of a 5p piece.
Okay,
is quite a good sort of starting point.
I can use that.
You can use anything for the. It's just the eyes that are delicate.
Right. So about that.
That amount.
Yeah.
I would normally pat it between the fingers and just distribute it evenly over the face. Again, not forgetting the neck.
Of course.
Obviously, if you are a more mature lady and you've got a drier or a sort of a more sensitive skin, then you can use a separate neck cream, because again, the neck and the eyes are very different consistency of skin. So, you know, a separate neck cream is good. But for you, you're still very young.
Thank you.
You can use the the normal cream.
Brilliant. So upwards again. Yeah.
So you can either distribute it, or some people do like to kind of distribute it first and then go over and just moisturise.
I think I'm doing it right. It's working for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's very important to remember to always have the correct cream for your skin type.
Definitely, yes. We get people coming in the salon and they're having issues with their skin, and it's all down to incorrect products.
Too much product.
Too much product or incorrect.
Yeah.
Some things can be hormonal, there's other things going on, but 90% of the time, if someone's got a problem with their skin, it's because they're using the wrong product.
Oh dear. And sensitive skin can actually react to the too much product, can't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I think I've got it. I've got everything covered, I think.
Yeah, it does look that way.
Yeah, brilliant. So that should be the moisturising part done.
Yeah.
But like you said, you can always exfoliate, but that should be before applying moisturiser.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And serums and SPFs, when do they go on?
So you cleanse, tone, eye cream, serum, moisturise. If you are getting into the sort of the exfoliators and the masks, they would be done after your cleansing and toning.
Brilliant. And the SPF, does that go under my moisturiser, on top of my...
On top of your moisturiser.
On top of
you
my
don't
moisturiser.
want the SPF creating a barrier to the nice ingredients in your moisturiser.
Of course, because SPF is the barrier between you and the UV rays. So you're creating a barrier between you and your moisturiser. Yes. Again, wasting it.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, if you do have any questions, or you feel there's something we haven't covered, or something you want us to cover, please leave them in the comments below and we'll be happy to answer or maybe make another video. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.